Is the legislature a toothless tiger?
Not really.
What
But
teeth?
but there's
What?
no penalty. You can't slap somebody on the wrist because we have different functions. I mean, we're thinking about different crafting legislation in terms of individuals spending funds
Mhm.
that they don't have access to as to how we can penalize. But the only penalty that you could really do is to write legislation where if somebody do X, Y, and D, Z, they're suspended or they're terminated.
But you're still beholden to the executive branch executing the laws that.
Correct.
Mikey, jump in.
And it's interesting that you say this with that because like look, y'all came off of the subpoena hearing for Polly Joseph Stadium, and you had a senator. I'm like, yeah, if you watch, you're not. I'm gonna say there was nothing you could do because there was somebody that did not answer said subpoena, didn't show up at all.
Well, we could send somebody to pick you up.
Yeah,
We could do that.
exactly.
But we have the option of sending the Capitol Police to pick that person up because it was subpoenaed.
So think about that. You ignore the subpoena. Like,
Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened. How then do we hold accountability when we come and we say it's the people's money? They're saying Fed money is the people's money.
For that hearing to the legislature in January, because the Polly Joseph Stadium monies were local funds, were general funds. And the contractor, we have already paid $25 million. So I have been questioning from the last time I was in there, how did you guys get to that figure? How are you able to accumulate $25 million with what we look at on a regular basis? It doesn't look like $10 million. It doesn't look like 25.
Wow.
So we wanted to make sure that we bring in the contractor. I was pushing that we need to bring him in and we need to force him to be accountable because he's literally doing whatever he wants. Now, the argument have been that the contracting, the contract that is written through PMP should have in clear guidelines that mandate that you must finish by a certain time period. But when we looked at the documents that PMP had and Public Work had, the government gave him over 800 days additional time in change orders. So he wasn't doing this by himself. He was saying, hey, I need 6 more months, and they have been signing off. After the 6 months, I need 4 more months, and they're signing off. So I'm like, where is that penalty phase? You know, how much more, how many more times are you going to sign off on an extension period for a contractor that refused to send a full crew to Polly Joseph to finish the stadium? So it makes you feel like, and that's what I asked them.